is told that once united, these 5 keys would unlock something of great value. The keys were scattered around the lands, and they still remain undiscovered. Many have come to find them, and so far all have failed. But your search has only begun. Will you find the keys and unlock the secrets? Or will you join the endless ranks of souls forever trapped within these lands?
Hello everyone, welcome to my Let's Try of Sparkle 2. A game that plays just like Zuma, which was made by Popcap Games. This is my first time playing Sparkle 2, so I'm just assuming that it's a carbon copy of the game. I don't know if they do anything different from Popcap's Zuma game, but, well, let's find out. How to play. Aim here and press X to launch an orb. Okay.
Good.
Oh.
Excellent.
Whatever.
Good.
Make matches of 3 or more light colored orbs. Okay. Yes. Right there.
Excellent.
Nice. Right there. Nice. Hey, Levy. Where have I been? Here. Home. Nice.
Your journey starts within the shade-grown forest. The path next to a small pond leads north.
I think Zuma just has levels like 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, and it goes up to a certain amount, and then it goes 2-1, 2-2, 2-3, etc. This seems like it has... I don't think Zuma has a narrative or a story to it, so that's interesting. Anyway, walks over and slaps her arm. Where have you been? Where have you been, Levy? Probably work. Go north by pressing X. Forest awake path to the Crossroads. Okay. Shit. Did not mean to do that. Alright. Get you down there. Get you here. Shit. Didn't mean to do that. Nice. Green. No. Damn it. Yeah, I like the, I like it when, shit, I didn't mean to do that either. Damn it, I didn't mean to do that either. I wish they gave me a line so I could see where it's lined up with. At least they do that in Zuma. Oh, if I hold X, it does that. Well, I don't remember the game telling me that. Holy shit. I should have gotten that done quicker, and I didn't. Well then. You have collected a power-up. For every 3 consequential matches, you get a power-up. 3x, 6x, 9x, and so on. Okay. No PS4, too broke to get a new one. Yes, I remember you mentioning that. But you still have the PS3. I know that. That's all I know, actually. So what have you been playing on the PS3 then? So... do I just not go to anything I want? Is that what's going on here? Damn. Path to the Crossroads. Forest Awake. 2 minutes and 2 seconds. 2 more levels to unlock Speed Unleashed. Okay. You can launch the unwanted orbs off the screen. Never really thought of that when I played that game. These type of games. If I don't want to use a certain orb, I can just spit it somewhere. Unless there's no room to spit it anywhere, then, well, you know. Okay, so... Okay. Eye of the Pond. Nice. Let's see. But it's late here, just wanted to say night. Have a good night, Levy. It's always good to see you. And garble garble. And by the way, yes, it was Thanksgiving here this month. You probably wouldn't remember that. Hope to see you again sometime soon, Levy. Before your Thanksgiving, at least. Oh my lord. That's how they're gonna do the stages. The Light Sonata. Okay. Wham. 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 Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Shit. Coco. Holy shit, man. This looks like Zuma. Yes, that's what I have in my description there. Like, because to me, this looks like it plays a lot like, Zuma. And Zuma was made by Popcap. But I just didn't know if this game did anything slightly different. Like, I've only played Zuma, like, maybe once or twice or something. So, to me, I don't know if it actually had power-ups. I think it did, but it was only, like, maybe 2 or 3 different type of power-ups, where it seems like this game has more. And there's only one type of gameplay, and it just seems like a narrative story. And I'm okay with that so far. If the cylinder is filled with only one color, press X rapidly to launch them all. That sounds about Makes sense. Enchantment unlocked. Speed unleashed. Launches orbs fly faster. Or launched orbs fly faster. Whatever. I really wish Popcap did more games. Like, I remember on the Xbox 360 they had like a shitload of Popcap games on there, and there was one specifically that I was jealous of. And I think they were like taking like different color like blocks, and then you had to like move them around like magnetically with your magnet or whatever to disappear the whole screen. And I think it was called Astro Blocks or something like that. I was really hoping the PlayStation would have gotten it, but the only games PlayStation 3 ended up getting was like Bejeweled 2, Feeding Frenzy, and Bejeweled 3 later on, and Zuma, Bejeweled 2, Bejeweled 3, and Zuma. Wait, Feeding Frenzy 2, Bejeweled 2, Bejeweled 3, and then, yeah, that. Anyway, how am I today? For it being almost 2:30 a.m., pretty good. Still wide awake. Speed unleashed. Okay. Whispering Woods. Oh, Sly. Get to comments here in a moment. Oh, shit. Didn't want that to happen, but it did. Nice. Green. Orange. Green. There we go. Lady Unplugged, hey, can I get this on PS3? Actually, now that you think about it, now that you mentioned it, I think this might be on PS3. I'm not 100% certain. Don't quote me on that. If it's not on PS3, then it's just on PlayStation Vita. So I'm not entirely sure. You would have to look that up. So, not much. Just thought I'd kill some time, play some of this before going to bed at some point. It's 2:30. I'm still wide awake. So how is your day, Coco and Lady Unplugged? Green, 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 blue, blue. Reward? Okay. up, my day just started. Cool. So, what are you having for breakfast? Day 6. Autumn leaves, path of Crossroads. Alright, let's see. Boom. Sparkle shot. What does this do? Okay. Apparently it does that. Expect that to happen, but hey. Well, I woke up, checked my phone, and had a notification you playing the game live. Now I'm here. Excellent. Did you have a good sleep? Actually, that goes for both of you, Lady and Coco. Did you have a good sleep? Looks addicting. I guess it could be addicting to some people. Okay, I wouldn't really say addicting, but my mother really enjoys Bejeweled. She plays it every day on her phone. That was before I put it on there, she would play Bejeweled on the PlayStation 3 every now and then. But now that she has it on her phone, she's just like, hey look, I'm on work break. Knocks out like 2 levels and then goes back to work. I just woke up. I'll spend the day at home today. I got puzzles here, so I'll be placing pieces. Not even much for breakfast. Just bread and cream cheese. Hey, bread and cream cheese better than nothing, right? Though usually I put cream cheese on bagels. Though bagel is still bread, but that's good. That's good. I love Bejeweled. So does my 10-year-old daughter. We have the actual game board too. Game board? There's a Bejeweled game board? Huh. I'm very curious at how that looks. Interesting though. The game is easier, but the levels take a bit longer to complete. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I really want to go with that. I think I'll just make the orbs fly faster. Wow. I should look that up and give it. I'm very curious to see how it looks. Scarlett? Give you like a practice mode so you can see what it is that you're using for power-ups. That's the only nitpick I have in this game so far. Though, it's not really a nitpick, it's just really a suggestion. So I don't know what these things do until I actually use them. Nice. Well, Toys R Us is no longer a thing anymore, so I'm gonna have to probably try around, like, online, like maybe Amazon. But knowing my mother, she'll probably be like, I'll just stick to the video game version. But I'll definitely have to show her the board version of it, though. Lego Harry Potter, Lego Lord of the Rings, and Lego Indiana Jones are nice games. I like playing it. The only Lego games that I've ever played was one of the Lego Star Wars games. And Lego, jeez. Lego Star Wars. Actually, that's it. That's the only Lego game I've ever played. Because I did play another game that's sort of played the same type of gameplay style, except it didn't have any, like, Lego bricks and stuff like that, and I think it was the game Up. I could always buy the Lego games when they were on flash sale for pretty cheap on PSN, but like the one for, like, you know, The Hobbit, that goes on sale quite a bit, and like one or two other, like, Lego games, but just, I don't know, like, every time I look at it, I'm just kind of like, like, Lego games are pretty fun, and they are pretty, like, you know, humorous, because I like the humor in them. It's just that, I don't really know anything about The Hobbit, except that it's part of the Lord of the Rings series. Well, that it comes before Lord of the Rings, I should say. Deathspank? Is that the guy that's supposed to be like a superhero for the downtrodden or something like that? If that's the case, then I think it had like 2 or 3 games. And I bought those games. I bought 2 of those games. And the second one was alright. The first game I think was a lot better, but I just never had the DLC. But yeah, they were fun games. Bronze trophy achieved. Chain 12X. disconnected? I have to go. It's time to walk my dog. Bye-bye. Thanks for popping in, Coco. It's been a while since I've seen you. It's been a while since I streamed, too. But, yeah. Drop by again next time you have some time. Wanted to ask questions about the puzzle that he was doing. It sucks. So, is this a gaming channel or something? Yeah. I do have some other stuff on my channel here, but most of it is to do with games. I'm not one of those YouTubers that just go out and just film things and just upload it online, so much per se. Just not really. I don't know. I'm not one of those creative people that go out and just do all this stuff and whatever and entertain people and get like, you know. But I don't know. Like, I'm open up for suggestions for my channel, but it's easier for me to sit and chat with people or entertain people by me playing games and then people watching them, or either, you know, when I'm live like right now, or just, you know, for people to watch at a later point. I do actually have a video, and as much as I hate to say this, because I'm not really one to be like, oh, hey, there's a new challenge out on the internet, like people are doing challenges, I gotta do this challenge, I gotta be part of a trend. There was like a challenge back in like 2012/2014, that time frame, for eating the hottest like ramen noodles that existed. Those noodles now are the second hottest ramen noodles in the world. I actually happened to found that at my local grocery store, so I ended up buying a package, and I made it up, and I recorded a video of me eating it. I know it doesn't sound so, you know, whatever, but I figured, you know, it's not really, I didn't do it for the challenge, I just wanted to see exactly how hot it was, and then I could give my take on it. And I wanted to see if I could eat it all without, like, drinking water. So, basically, it kind of is me doing the challenge, though I don't really look at it that way. But anyway, just wondering, hello, I just clicked on the notification, I've never been here before. Not criticizing, just wondering what kind of channel this is. This kind of random for me to land here. Oh, right on. Well, thank you for stepping into my channel, especially with me live. It's 1:43 a.m. and I'm having asthma, and no one is up. So nice to chat. LOL. Oh, I don't have asthma, so I don't know what that's like, but that sucks having to, like, wake up in the middle of the night, you know. Like, for me, sometimes it's like, panic attacks. That's when I would sometimes get them back then, but, regardless, it still sucks. But, yeah, it's actually, I'm an hour ahead of you. So, are you in Canada, or are you in the U.S.? If you don't want to say, that's fine. You know, I respect your privacy. But it's not like I'm asking, you know, for pinpoint, you know, street address or anything. But, yeah, I'm up in the Atlantic part of Canada. Ottawa, Canada. Oh, shit. Right on. I'm in Nova Scotia. To be more precise, because I don't really mind saying, I'm in Halifax. I don't know if you've ever been this way, but I have been to Ottawa twice. Twice? Yes, twice. Ottawa's a nice place. Let's see, left or right, huh? I'll go left. Nice. Oh, didn't mean to do that, but, you know, whatever. Nice. Crap. Didn't mean to do that. Crud. I forgot that's what that did. Let's see. Let's see. Blue. Orange. Orange. Crud. Blue. Blue. Orange. Blue. Green. Take that. Nice. Cool, never been east, but I lived up north in BC in Edmonton. Have never been in BC, and I've never been in Alberta either. I've driven across Canada twice. Always wanted to take a road trip east, though. Right on. Inhalers give me heart palpitations, so instead I chug a hot black coffee. Oh, yeah, but then I'm up for a bit. Yeah. I was just gonna say, oh, coffee, nice, but, ooh, that may actually keep you awake. And then you just said, then I'm up for a bit. Which sucks that I'm tired next day. That stinks. But, let me ask you this. What if you didn't drink coffee? What if you drank tea? Would tea help you out any at all? Or maybe, like, make you, less awake? Coffee is a natural bronchodilator. Okay, I did not know that. I just drink coffee because I like it. Though I keep it to a minimum, I have it like twice a week. It's bad enough I drink soda all my life, so I don't need coffee helping it. But, yeah, because I drink soda like pretty much nearly all my life, that's like all I ever had, basically. Well, needless to say, all I'm going to say is that, I find that coffee doesn't have the effect on me for the caffeine because I drink so much pop in my life. So if I was to have a coffee, say, at 9 o'clock at night, I don't think it would keep me up at night. Hey, Dylan. Hey, Bess, how are you tonight? I'm alright. Just sitting here playing this game, which plays like Zuma. I have really bad reactions to inhalers like herb pain, so coffee is much better. Right on. Green, blue. Green, blue. Green, blue. Orange, orange. Color splash, huh? Whoa. Nice. Blue, 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 green, blue, blue. A question to the chat. What does everyone think of the music so far in this game? I think it sounds very nice. So what do you call her? Cutting her close. Let's see. Are you celebrating the fact that weed is not legal in Canada? No. I don't like the smell of weed, to be honest. Never done it either, so I'm actually happy about that. Because, I mean, I don't know. A lot of people are like, oh, but weed's good for you. And I'm like, well, I don't really need it. And they're like, oh, but weed, like, it's harmful. And I'm like, that's nice, but I still don't want to smoke it. I like the music. I agree, Pat, sounds good to me. Yeah, it's got a very nice orchestrated music to it. I like it. It's not orchestrated like something you would hear in, like, you know, the high-end, like, Sony games like The Last of Us or Uncharted or maybe even Infamous. But it's still nice. It's still pleasant to listen to. But I have a feeling it's going to wear itself thin after a while. Survival mode. How long can you survive in the never-ending survival mode? If it's never-ending, then how can one survive a never-ending something? Food for thought, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Oh, okay, I see what's going on here. I was gonna say, that's trippy. Blue. Green. Orange. Blue. Green. 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 Blue. Shoot. Blue. Blue. Orange. Blue. Green. Orange. Green, green, blue, green, green, orange, green, orange, orange, blue, green, green, blue, green, green, orange, green. Sometimes develop lung problems from smoking. I quit 2 years ago, but developed this crap after I quit. Never smoked either. But it's good that you quit, though. Let's see, smoke wheeling or cigs. I know it's bad for smoke as well. Just you mean today, do you mean the 17th? Because today is technically the 18th now. Yeah, I'm far from healthy, but I just don't smoke though. And as for drinking, I only, and I mean like liquor, obviously, I only drink socially. Sometimes I'll have a drink, you know, alone by myself, but never to really, like, overdo it or anything. Like, sometimes I'll sit there and go, you know, I think I'll have a Smirnoff, like, vodka, almost like a wine cooler, but it's not a wine cooler. Or I'll have a beer, though I don't really have a whole lot of beer. I mainly just drink the hard stuff, and when I do, it's just usually a glass. Yeah, the 17th, okay. Hi there, Huff. Huff? Well, hello there, Mary. Not really sure who you're calling Huff, or whatever, but welcome to my channel. Don't recognize the name. Ooh, another color. What the? Ooh. Nice. By the way, just a heads up for those who are new here, I do tend to use language, and I do have like a dirty sense of humor, but I try not to go overboard with the dirty sense of humor part, but it's all in good fun, you know, nothing like, you know, serious. But I do happen to use language quite a bit, but for a game like this, it's going to be pretty much tame language. Whoa. That was very nice. Crap. Blue. Brown. Blue. Gold. Orange. Green. Green. For those who don't know, I'm actually playing this on a PlayStation 4 right now. I believe this game, I think it may be for the PS3, I'm not 100% certain. But I will say this, if you don't have a PS4 or a PlayStation Vita, or maybe a PS3 if it's for it, you probably would be able to pick this up on your phone. But then again, I'm not 100% certain on that, so don't quote me. Green. There we go. Voila. I mean, the plants there, selling over counter will be all GMO products, more because there was an article that there is now a higher demand. Oh, yeah. I can sort of see that. Actually, you know what, Dylan? The owners of the property here, just maybe August or July, they sent out a notice for us to take signatures. And for those who are wondering, my parents are superintendents of a building that we live in. So apparently, they want the building to be marijuana free. And a lot of people, and they suffered backlash from it, because the very first thing they say is, okay, but what about people who need it medically? And they're like, yeah, it doesn't matter if it's medically or not. We don't want you doing it on our premises. And they're like, okay, that's not allowed. And it's like, well, you can always leave. We'll let you leave from your, what's the term? Your lease. And so we had to get people signing, like, that they were okay with, you know, not doing weed on the local, you know, on the premises. And a lot of people signed it. Some people we couldn't get a hold of, so we had to, like, send them, like, notices, like, in the mail there, so for them to fill it in and send it into the main office of the people who own the property, basically, on the building. Jeez, we're really stretching it thin here. Hopefully it won't be too much longer. Let's see. And I'm like, well, technically they own the property. So, whoa, okay, I did not expect that. Crap. Did not mean for that to happen. There's also some people who were complaining, saying, well, that's not fair, because what about people who, you know, what about smokers, like, you know, normal cigarette smokers? And they're like, well, nothing's going to happen to them because smoking's been around a lot longer, and a lot of people had an issue with that, like, oh, big time. My landlords don't allow it either. Okay, let me ask you this, lady. It's kind of funny how I'm like, let me ask you something here, lady. Anyway, does your city allow smoking out in, like, public? Like, say, the streets, or crosswalks, or, you know, whatever, like public places? Yeah, because, see, the reason why I asked that, no, I don't think so. Okay, because yesterday, or just actually past Monday, not yesterday, because yesterday would have been Wednesday? Today's Thursday, right? Is today Thursday? Today's Thursday. Yeah, it is. Okay, so back in Monday, they passed a bylaw here from my city that you're not allowed to smoke in the city anymore, unless it's like a private residential or a smoking destination area. So, like, my mother, she would always go to the street to smoke. So she would go, like, just, you know, whatever. But now she's not allowed to stand at the sidewalk to smoke anymore. She has to stand on the grass to smoke. So our building is smoke-free. Like, you can't smoke cigarettes in the hall or the elevator or the laundry room or any of the storage closets or anything like that. But it's fair game inside your own apartment, but and you have to be, I think it was 4 feet away from the door, from all entrances to every single building, because that's a law here as well. It's weird.
The windmill looks lonely and frail. The once mighty wings have long ago lost their covering and rotate no more. You sense the weight of time pressing on your shoulders. You find a small skeleton key. The key feels much heavier than it looks.
Right on. I'm just gonna go mute for a moment. I just want to listen to the wind blow. Well, it's no ASMR, but sounds kind of nice. I think it's the issue of secondhand smoke. Yeah, that could be it, but the thing is that I just kind of find it weird. But as soon as, like, marijuana got, like, legalized, they're just like, yeah, there's no smoking whatsoever there in public anymore now. And it's kind of like, damn. So, you can't smoke in restaurants. You can't smoke in bars. You can't, unless they have designated areas, but I don't think they're even allowed to have that in bars either. So yeah, the only places that would have, like, you know, that's like smoke friendly is if is your home or other people's places, unless they specifically designated a place for smoking in the city that's out in the public or something. But I'm not sure where those places would be. But there was something on the news which I found actually kind of humorous. Somebody started making up signs that you could smoke places, certain places in public, and they were placing them around the city, and they weren't even official. And they were like, yeah, if you see this sign, don't smoke here still, because this is just a blatant lie. It's just so people could, have people, like, smoking or whatever the case is. But anyway. Also, when my mother was on, at her work, when she would be on break, she would, go to the side of the, to the crosswalk, or not the crosswalk, the sidewalk to have a smoke, and, well, she can't really do that. But my mother said that, the place that they smoke at there is, like, has one of those standing things where you put your cigarettes out in and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, but is that still considered a designated smoking area now in today's terms, compared to just before this Monday just went by with the the new law kicking in. She didn't answer me because she had no answer. Anyway, sorry. Alright, we got one of the 5 keys.
A large part of the forest slowly disappears before your eyes. It's as if some unknown power wants you to go that way.
Rhymed with frost or rimmed with frost? Either way, let's go. that was a mess up on my behalf. Blue crud. Blue. Green. Green. This. Blue. Ups. That's what you call cutting it close. It was kind of weird. I think it just took all one color away from the looks of it. I don't know. Wasn't really paying attention so much. Color splash, huh? Poof. Your mother should quit. The one disorder I have this one. So now I tell everyone to quit. I used to hate it when people tell me to quit. Now no one telling people. Yeah, she's not really a big fan of people telling her like to quit. She says she knows, but she just kind of doesn't really care. Like, she doesn't smoke as nearly as much as she used to, which is more better, but like, she doesn't smoke inside anymore. She goes outdoors to smoke. So she doesn't go through as many packs a day as she used to. She said, swapping the first two orbs. The first orb is moved to the back of the queue. Eternity swap. I don't know if I really want to go for that. I'll just keep going with the speed unleashed. I like the speed. The need for speed. Yes, I made a horrible joke. Alright. Let's see. Let's do this. Here in a moment. So I thought I saw something moving at the corner of my eye. the levels unlock power magnetism. Press the stinger button to change the enchantments between levels. Shit, really? What's the stinger? Oh, slinger button. Slinger, isn't that to shoot? I'm not really sure what the slinger button is. Let's see. Continuing on. Region Rock. I'm just kind of curious how far I'm going to get in this game before I end up royally screwing up and losing the level. So basically getting game over. Did I do that? Right there. Sleeping ground, path to the something. Couldn't read that fast enough. Alright, green. Sorry, I'm kinda not really all that conversation-y right now. Not talkative, just making conversation. Let's see. Put that there, put that there, put that there. tell me. No, just these pesky cigs. Right. Like, a lot of people say that weed, or, you know, is actually, like, I remember somebody came up to my mother, somebody who used to live in the building across from us, because they're under the same ownership as our building, and he knew my mother, and he was, you know, like, oh, I love my new place, like, I could play music as loud as I want because the type of walls it has, and like, and they don't send out stupid pesky notices, like, under your door, and I'm like, well, I mean, you gotta be notified of stuff somehow, so, you know, a notice under your door is more better than somebody constantly knocking on it. And then there was, then he mentioned something about, then he was like, oh, like, you know, studies show that, like, you know, weed is really good for your health and all this stuff, and it helps you, and, like, there's no negative effects of, like, marijuana and all this stuff, and I'm sitting there going, I'm pretty sure there is, and I know some people who do, like, a lot of it. Like, when you, like, mention something to them, they'll be like, oh, man, I totally forgot about that, and then they sit and laugh, and they're like, I'm so high, and I'm like, well, there you go. It gives you short-term memory, and you say that there's nothing wrong with it, or that there's no negative impact of, like, weed. And then they say, yeah, but do they forget, or do they just not care? And I'm like, touche, but still, at the end of the day, it seems like it made them forget something. I don't know, but anyway, it's kind of hard to say. I don't know, because I don't smoke it. Smoke is not good. That's just common sense, yeah. Oh, I unlocked new power. Magnetism. Power-ups are thrown at the orb signer, not away from it as usual. Oh, okay. See how far I get with the speed unleashed still. When you said that any type of smoking is not good, the only thing I was thinking of was, but what about smoked meats? But, you know, just as a joke, obviously. Unless you're, like, vegetarian, and it's a bit different. Shit. Did not mean to do that. No. Plenty? I guess there is more things to unlock. Interesting. I should have just stopped after saying I stopped smoking bottle gateway. I need info. Haha. Oh, I mean, you're fine. It's like if somebody was in here to say, oh yeah, I just stopped drinking recently. They're fine to say that too. Crud. Blue. Green. Green. Blue. Blue. Green. This. Green. This. 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 Blue. This. 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 Blue. Crap. I was kind of hoping that would have overshot it, but it didn't. Green, blue, this, green, this color. Yes. Bam. Alright. Upgrade. Let's see. Orange. Boop. Ah, shit. Didn't mean to do that. That's what I wanted to do. Dressing up for Halloween or celebrating. In Ottawa, they're having a ball at Museum of Technology because it is haunted. Ooh, very nice. That would sound like a pretty good thing for an episode of Creepy Canada. That's if Creepy Canada was still a thing. And this was back in 2006. What's your favorite scary movie? I'm not really one for scary movies, to be honest. Yeah, I'm a chicken shit. There is some scary movies I have watched. Like Saw movies, even though they're more like gory and whatever, but it's still horror. I'm gonna have to say probably the Phantasm series. Along right up there with Phantasm, I would say probably the first Halloween movie. Yeah, I would say Phantasm. Do you have Netflix? I do. There's a really good show, The Haunting of Hill House. Yeah, I've seen that on there. I have no idea what it's about. Is TV in my friend's house count? Sure, because that stuff happens that night. There's a new Halloween movie coming out. Yes, indeed. I'm kind of on the fence if I want to see it or not. Apparently it's got good buzz. Like, the Rotten Tomato score about, like, a week or two ago was at, like, 85%. I don't know what it is now, but my mother has passes to go and see a movie at the Empire Theaters. I don't know if you have Empire Theaters up there in Ottawa, but I know there's different chains up there more along your side of Canada, even though you're just like 3 or 4 provinces over. Try and think here. Well, anyway, my mother has passes, 2 passes to go and see any movie, and it expires around one of the first few months of 2019. And my mother says she hasn't seen any of the Halloween movies before. And I know a lot of people would say skip Halloween 2 and the Rob Zombie films and whatever else. Some of the other movies that came out after Halloween 2, but before the Rob Zombie films, like Halloween H2O and stuff. I've only seen the first 2 Halloween movies, but I really enjoyed the first Halloween movie anyway. Netflix, and here's what this is what I don't know for sure. Netflix here in Canada, the day after the new one comes out in theaters, Netflix is supposed to be getting Halloween, or we're supposed to be getting Halloween on Netflix, but I don't know if it's Rob Zombie's Halloween, or if it's John Carpenter's 1978 original Halloween. And that's the one I'm crossing my fingers for. Because if I find out it's Rob Zombie's, I'm gonna flip tables over here. Just saying. Yeah, I saw that lady. Looks interesting. But no, don't really have plans for Halloween. It's always a huge party. And when let's go. I'm not going this year. Just Cineplex and Rainbow Cinema and Silver City. Yeah, I heard of Silver City and Cineplex. Never Rainbow Cinema though. Wisconsin. Hasuol. I'm not really sure, but I do get haha. Not sure what you were trying to type there. No, I never really been invited to any. I'm not really much a party person. I'm kind of introverted, but if I was invited to like a Halloween party and they're like really good friends, I'll go. Or if I was invited to a Halloween party, but they're friends, but not really good friends, I would have to go with somebody, because if not, then I'll probably be like, nah, I'll just stay home. But honestly, though, really, I don't mind giving out candy. I like giving out candy to kids because I like seeing the costumes. And I know that's a very cliche answer, but in my case, like, it's true, though, because some of the, like, I mean, the weirdest costume I remember seeing last year was somebody went out as a mailbox. A mailbox. Like, honestly, like, that is probably about as unique as you can get. But I would have to say the best costume last year was the Flash. When I seen a kid wear the Flash suit, I was like, oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's a typo, ignore. Okay. I kind of figured, but I'm just trying to figure out what you were trying to spell there within your typo. I'm drawing a blank. Probably because I'm getting tired slowly, as it's 3:40 a.m. Oh, shit, wrong area. Really? Typically a night owl too. Just a heads up on those who don't know, like lady here in chat. Should have done that elsewhere. Bam. Nice. This there. Green. Nice. I'm passing out to the music. If you said you were passing out to my voice, I wouldn't mind either, because I have one of those voices that, like, you listen to it and it just makes you want to drift off to sleep. That's what I was told by some people. Not really sure that means, like, oh, listening to you puts me to sleep, like, in a mean-spirited way, or whatever. Anyway. But yeah, no, I can understand that this music can just, like, make you relax and just fall asleep easily. Alright, I just look forward to watching those and inevitable videos of people who leave whole containers of candy outside with them. Please take one note beside. Yeah, you know what? I ran into a couple of those as a kid, and I actually did leave the rest there. I only did take one. Actually, if there was stuff there that I liked, I would take, like, a piece of my candy that I didn't like, and I would trade it for it. So if there was, like, a sucker there, and I had, like, a Tootsie Pop, I would take the Tootsie Pop, put it in there, and I would take the sucker. You know, just stuff like that. And if there was, like small bag of chips, then I would take a bag of chips and I would trade it for the cheesies, because I don't eat cheesies, really. There is a certain type of cheesies I eat now, and it's the Flaming Hot. And the last time I had that, I was, like, sick to my stomach, and I wasn't eating a whole lot, and my, like, appetite was pretty much non-existent. I don't know if you recall me telling you about that there, Dylan, but yeah. And I was eating, like, Cheetos at that time, or just before that happened, and then when all that, started to affect my health there, not the eat food, but, you know, the lack of, you know, not eating as much and wanting to eat more, but my stomach wouldn't allow me, because I know, like, my eating habit has changed because something with my stomach, though nothing was going on there. It's just, I don't know, stomach being stupid, I guess. Needless to say, that was the only time I ate Cheetos, and I kind of want to go back to eating them, but I think I need to have a craving to go back to have a bag or something. But anyway, let's see. But yeah, damn it, now I'm hungry. Woo! Have something to go with that coffee, lady. Like a, maybe bread and butter, or cookies? Oh, lady, go look for someone who leaves a whole unguarded container of candy and have your, oh wow, 4K IQ plays. 4K IQ plays? What? Yeah, past I always took only one. I didn't betray their trust. You gotta leave candy for others. Exactly. Cheetos, yum, 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 yuck. Homemade potato salad, and Doritos, then back to bed. Okay, Doritos is a-okay, but the potato salad, I'm not really... Here's the thing. Potatoes, I like eating fries, especially restaurant fries. The freezer stuff that you get out of the grocery store, I'm very picky on that. Like, it's not really so much. I guess it's because the restaurant fries, like McDonald's, Burger King, or whatever, it's always, don't like eating potatoes. I just don't. Like, it tastes kind of gross to me. The only time I eat potatoes, really, is if it's in, like, a TV dinner, and it's mashed potatoes that way. Then I'll eat it. Because it's a very small amount, and I can eat it fine. But I also put butter in there to make it a little bit more tasty. Though I kind of take a spoonful and put it in there, and it usually tends to drown it because it's such a small amount of a potato. Anyway, I always make homemade fries, deep fried. Yeah, I wish I could get into those, but I can't. Though I do like eating It's not hash browns. It is potato, and it's like in small circles. But it sort of resembles hash browns, but it's not hash browns. Those are good, and Cavendish makes them. Those I like. Those I can eat. More potato salad for you, not for pasta. Yeah, my mother makes potato salad. And usually the people who eat it love it, but she just puts a shitload of mayonnaise into it. I love mayonnaise, don't get me wrong, but some people will probably be like, my God, you put so much mayonnaise in that, how could you eat that? And it's like, well, some people like it. My cousin loves it. Whenever there was a family gathering and he would bring, and she made some to bring, he always go running right to it, and he's like, ha 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 ha, and I'm like, more for you, because you. Let's see, homemade hash browns too, right on, like fries, sliced like a chip, probably. No, like potato wedges. Not really fond of potato wedges either. Back when they had Toondy Tuesday here for KFC in Canada, that was the first time I've ever tried potato wedges. I'm like, what the hell is wedges? And I looked at them and I'm like, okay. Because before, it used to be like 2 pieces of chicken and fries. And they're like, yeah, we're not doing fries anymore, it's wedges. And I'm like, shit. And I just didn't like the wedges. So every time we get that, I was just like, here, you have the wedges. I don't want that. I'm going to practice a bit more before bed. I'll hang out and chat and watch the gameplay pass. Nice chatting with you all. Night. Thanks for dropping by, Dylan. Have fun practicing drums.
You approach the stone hand, slowly realizing the massive size of the structure. Even though you don't know what it is, you sense that the structure serves a very specific purpose. You find a small key that feels warm and comforting.
Okay. One, why is there a huge giant hand coming out from the ground? That would scare the shit out of me. Because what's underground? And is it alive? And if the thing that it's holding ever happens to fall out of its hand, is that thing going to come out from alive from under the ground? And people say zombies are the thing to worry about. This thing is huge. This hand is huge sticking out from the ground. I'd be happy with a horde of zombies coming out from under the ground chasing me compared to whatever the hell this thing is. Look at that. That's fucking scary, man. It almost looks like it's holding the sun because it's glowing and it's orange. But anyway. Same shit, different shape. Touche. They look differently, though. They do. But I can understand the same shape. Alright. Green, orange, gold, brown. I don't even know what's brown anymore. To me, it's kind of... Oh, shit, why did I put that there for? I'm an idiot. Green. Shit. I thought that was green that I had on there. Damn it. Green. Blue. This. Green. Crap, I didn't want to shoot it there, I wanted to shoot it in between. Nice. Okay, passing out 99. Nice meeting you both. Good chat. Have a good night, lady. Hopefully you have a decent sleep for when you get up. I think you said 7. Somebody said something about 7 o'clock earlier. Oh wait, that was... Never mind. Yeah, well I hope you have a good sleep before the time that you have to get up at, whatever that may be. And thank you for dropping by. Enchantment unlocked. Not really sure if you're a gamer, but if you do, come back and watch me play other types of games. Especially if it's violent. I play those types too. Not always, but anyway. Let's see, enchantment unlocked. Horn of Plenty Orb Slinger has 4 orbs instead of 3. Ooh. Okay. Interesting. Oh, okay. So there's this lot, and then there's the other lot, which I didn't mean to do that. I meant to go to the other lot, but I didn't. I'll be back. Good night. Have a good night, lady. Eye of the pond. Poop. see a recurring theme here. It's called Screw Up. Green. That out of the park. That massive slowdown. Green. Shit. That's where I wanted it to go originally. Nice. Nice. Everyone else unlock challenge mode. 4 a.m. Still going strong, surprisingly. something if I screwed up there at the end and lost. God, I can't believe that. First defeat. That was a good run. Played for over an hour and finally. How long have I been playing for? Close to 2 hours. The gravy train had to end sometime. Feels like I'll try different chances. Yeah, I'm gonna try again. It's not that I'm getting too tired, it's just made some bad choices. Easy peasy, just screwed up. Unlock challenge mode. Yes. Map screen. You can access your trophies and stats. Huh? Interesting. I don't know that. Oh, I just have to press pause apparently. Trophies and stats, huh? 24 exchange, good grief. 10,000 orbs. Oh, pop 10,000 orbs, okay. Play for 4 hours. Halfway there. Win 200 power-ups. 2,000, make 2,000 matches. 100 pushers, destroy 100 pushers. Collect 3 power-ups in 5 seconds. Complete all levels in challenge mode. Get couple stars in survival mode. Complete your quest. Unlock all enchantments. Complete your quest on hard difficulty. Complete your quest on nightmare difficulty. Good grief. This year I've been playing for an hour and 39 minutes. But yet, my stream's been going for an hour and 56. So, technically I'm not even nowhere near half. I guess they literally count. I guess they don't count this screen. I guess they only count when you're actually shooting orbs. So you can, like, knock out a color. Interesting. Didn't notice that until now. This will be my last one. Mushroom path again, huh? I said that was going to be my last one, but I'm going to do one more just so I can unlock that last one there. Just a tree line again. Boop. every 10th orb, and the orb signer is a firebolt. Nice. Okay, well, I could play this game probably to the end, but it's only going to get harder from here, and I'll probably end up, like, rage quitting, or not rage quitting, but, like, getting angry or whatever. I know, to a game like this, right? But, I don't know, it's almost 4:30, getting pretty tired, so I think I'm going to call it here. I would love to keep going, but, you know, this is a good, time passer. I'd like to thank everybody for coming to my stream tonight. Levy, Coco, Lady, Dylan, Mary and Joe, so yeah, met some new people tonight, which is pretty cool. I am going to be getting back onto Dragon Quest. I've been playing it offline. I am actually putting some work on it offline. Basically just leveling up, and it's taken forever. But I feel like I'm like at end game, though it's kind of too soon, like a little too soon. And I kind of looked up a little bit ahead of time, and yeah, there's still stuff I need to do in that game. Like, once I go and fight the Twin Kings, apparently shit gets real, and things go on from there, I guess. But I still got a bit of ways to go, but I would say I'm over halfway done the game anyway, at least. But I don't know. I'll just have to see what happens. But rest assured, I know I haven't really been streaming much. I wish I am, but there is. I am doing some work offline. I just haven't played it in like a few days. Like when I go and sit down and play it, it's usually for at least an hour to like a couple hours. Last time I played it was for like half hour or something like that, just because I was, you know, passing out like sort of like I am now. But before that, I ended up getting like 4 hours in, maybe 5, and it's like, wow, that's quite a bit, right? But it's just there's characters that were at like level 36, and I'm trying to get them up to 40, mainly for the trophy, but at the same time, it's getting my main character up higher in level. Excuse me, so I can take that character and, well, you know, it'll be the strongest character there to fight against, like, the Twin Kings. So, but yeah, was also trying to get all the other chests as much as I could as well. And there's some areas I can't open up because barriers are there, and I would look it up online, and apparently those barriers are there because I'm not advanced far enough into the game, so that's how I know I have to keep going still, pretty much. And when I said I looked it up and I kind of ruined it for myself, that's how, because I went to look up about the barriers if I had to either kill a certain enemy, do a certain quest, or whatever the case is, and the game's like this. I'm like, oh, okay. I am playing with other classes, and I got 2 quests to do that I gotta like do in like 15 minutes of accepting them. And all I'm gonna say is this: not good. because I have to play by myself with that character, and to play, there's 2 different quests, but it's basically the same thing, but 2 different areas. There's 2 different areas of the game. I have to get 250 kills within 15 minutes. Is it doable? Yes, but I gotta find where, I can't remember what maps they were, but I gotta kill as many of the smaller monsters as possible in order to get them done. One of them shouldn't be too hard, because I can either be martial artist or warrior, and you start out as a warrior class, and then the other one is like priest or thief or whatever else there, and they're not all that strong, and I got them up to level 20, each of those classes, but I don't know, I'm not really looking forward to it, and there's no actual trophy guide for it, so, I mean, it's usually a cut and simple, you know, I don't know, I can't think of the phrase I was trying to use, but anyway, so yeah, but anyway, enough yapping for me, more snoozing, so, thanks everybody, hope everyone has enjoyed this video. I know it's not really much of a game to sit and really watch, but I hope you enjoyed the music at least. Let me know if you did enjoy the music. This game does play like Zuma, but it has more power-ups, and it actually has like a quest in this game. Whereas Zuma, it's just like play all these stages and that's it. There's no real thing behind it, where this one sort of seems like it has a story, but it doesn't actually tell you a story. It's like, oh, there's 5 keys. And I'm like, okay, but what are the keys for? They don't tell you. So I guess you find out in the end? I don't know. Anyway. Oh my. If you want to find out what that's behind, you know, what the 5 keys are for, you play the game yourself or look it up online. So I won't be streaming any more of this. Not that it's bad to stream, but I just wanted to try it out on stream. So, have a good night, everybody. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you. Oh, and yes, as for a little announcement, I do have a game lined up for Halloween. No, it's not a zombie game. I'm not going to be one of those people who are cliche and go, I'm going to stream a scary game. It's got zombies in it. It's called Dead Rising or Resident Evil or Dead Island. No, it's none of those games. Is it really Halloween themed? No, but it's not a scary game, but with the premise, or the premise of the game, I guess you could say, is kind of Halloween-esque, but it's a stretch. Excuse me. You'll all have to wait until Halloween to find that out. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you all in my next video. Or my next stream, depending on how you watch it.